Bilal was a young man who worked hard but always seemed to struggle. One month, his situation grew very heavy. His landlord came and reminded him that the rent was due in just 3 days. Bilal had barely half the amount. That evening, weighed down by worry, Bilal went for a walk through the neighborhood. He saw Amina, the elderly woman known for her calm spirit, sitting outside her small house, sipping tea. She noticed the frown on his face and invited him to sit. "What troubles you, my son?" she asked gently. Bilal sighed deeply. "I don't know what to do, Auntie. Rent is due, and I don't have enough money. No matter how hard I work, life always feels heavier than me. How can a person stay happy when there is such a problem over his head?" Amina poured him a cup of tea and handed it over. "Drink this slowly," she said. Bilal sipped. After a moment, she asked, "How does it taste?" "Warm and a little sweet," he replied. She smiled. "You see, the tea leaves were bitter, the water was plain, and the sugar alone was too sharp. But together, they became something comforting. Life is like this cup, Balol. Sometimes bitter, sometimes plain, sometimes sweet. But only when you accept them together does it become bearable." Bilal looked at her, still unsure. "But Auntie, how can I be happy when I don't even know if I'll have a roof over my head next week?" Amina's smile grew softer. She pointed to her small wooden chair. "Do you see this chair? It is 20 years old. Many times it has broken, and I tied it back with rope. If I cried every time it cracked, I would have no chair today. Instead, I mended it and kept using it. Life's problems are like that. You may not solve them all at once, but you can mend, little by little. Worrying steals your strength, but gratitude gives you courage to keep trying." Bilal sat quietly, holding the cup. For the first time in many days, his heart felt lighter. He realized that problems would always come, but facing them with patience and gratitude would make them less heavy. When he left Amina's house that evening, he was still short on rent money, but he was not short on hope. He worked harder, found small jobs, and somehow managed. And from then on, whenever life pushed him down, he remembered the old woman's words. "Happiness is not waiting for all problems to end. It is learning to sip the tea of life with patience, bitter, plain, and sweet together." Moral of the story: true happiness is not the absence of problems, but the presence of gratitude. Even in the hardest situations, peace belongs to those who look for blessings instead of only burdens. Let's learn some words from this story. Weighed down, meaning feeling heavy in heart or mind because of worries. Example: she was weighed down by the thought of losing her job. Sighed deeply, meaning letting out a long breath to show sadness or stress. Example: she sighed deeply after hearing the bad news. Bearable, meaning something difficult but still possible to live with. Example: the pain was strong, but the medicine made it bearable. Roof over my head, meaning a place to live or shelter. Example: even if I don't have much money, I'm thankful to have a roof over my head.